57% in my intermediate examination. But when it comes to my life, there is only one, what do you call it, the star, the one guide in front of me, one objective in front of me is, I want to get into a government job. I don't want to join a private job. Whatever may be the payment terms, whatever may be the money the private companies offer, but my heart goes for a government job. Once I decided to join a government job, there are different levels of the government jobs. One is the highest level civil services, the lowest level group D, group 4, our peons, our the daftedar and helpers. So where will I fit in with the intermediate 57%? Where will I fit in this government? I don't want to join the banking examination. No, my basic subject was geology. I studied my MSc technology, the geology, main applied geology from Andhra University. But I didn't want to become a geologist. I decided, it's only one decision, that I want to be a civil servant. Once I decided to be a civil servant, I want to be a highest level of the recruitment, that is UPSC, that is the civil services examination. That's the only goal I kept. That is the only goal. Okay, I may miss, I may fail. Nobody can guarantee you success in this examination. Nobody. I decided I'll be a lecturer. I will be a profession. I want to be with the young students. That's it. Either civil services, the highest level of recruitment, or the teaching profession. I don't want to be a geologist. I don't want to be a banker. I don't want to be an insurance specialist. I don't want to be a management MBA graduate. No, I'm very clear about that. People laughed at me as that it's a distant dream. Looking at your academic career, the Telugu medium, mother tongue, not good at English, not good at written as well as the spoken English. How will you manage? That I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I have decided to be the civil servant. Once I realized that once you are remain focused, undeviated attention to become a, what do you want to become in life? There is a saying, the entire universe will conspire to help you. Good Samaritans like Dr. Ananta Padmarao Garu, or your faculty, or your parents are there to facilitate your dream. Do you have a dream? My fundamental question to you all is, do you have a dream to realize? Are you aware of your dream? If you are aware of your dream and you are remain committed to your dream, good Samaritan like Dr. Ananta Padmarao Garu or other faculty members are there to help you to facilitate realizing your dream. Have a dream first. If it is a civil services examination, becoming an IAS officer or IPS officer is a dream, you welcome to this. Second, if the parents are participating in this webinar, my request to the parents, you decide whether you want your children to be civil servants. Don't have wavering, doubtful mind. Don't have wavering, doubtful mind. My daughter, can she make it into the civil services? If you have doubt, madam or sir, the parents, you are doing injustice to the brilliant, your child. The moment you have doubt about their caliber, please, you are doing injustice. You are doing injustice to your children. Once you have, or allow your children to decide what he or she wants to become and respect it. And respect it. Don't interfere. If once your daughter or a son decides to be, Mama, I want to be a civil services, I want to get into the IAS examination, facilitate. Don't doubt their caliber. Please don't doubt their caliber. The second, my request to the faculty who are grooming these children, be careful faculty, you have an extraordinary responsibility. Are you prepared yourself to groom a civil servant? It's an extraordinary responsibility on your shoulders. It's not a normal, ordinary teaching. The civil services grooming requires the total transformation of your teaching methodology because kindly note the faculty, you are not teaching information to them. There's no need. You ask a class 6 student or a class 7 student, they will give you enormous information from the Google about how to make an atom bomb. They don't need you there. Information, there is no dearth thanks to the internet. thanks to the what do you call, the search engines. Our young minds, the students are they know how to dig out the information. They don't need information from us. What they need from us is how to think. Civil services examination is basically a thinking examination. I take the one example. We all know that we are all experiencing the COVID pandemic now. What is thinking in this? It's not about, it started from Wuhan, China. From there, it went to the Europe, the Italy, and after that, it came to this Asian continent. That is the information you are giving. There is no thinking in that. You are not inculcating thinking. The thinking begins with simple question: why it is called COVID? Who coined the word COVID? Why the acronym COVID is coined? What does it mean? That is called prodding to think, not prodding to fill the bucket. Oh, you open it, you take this book, take my note, you read my textbook, read my messages, no, that is information. You are not making me to think. You are not making me to think. Why it is called COVID and why it is called pandemic? We all know, we heard day in and out, it is called the COVID pandemic. What is pandemic? Why it is called pandemic? How many pandemics the human civilization has experienced in the last 500 years? What happened to those pandemics? How many people died? What are the signs and symptoms? What are the root causes of those pandemics? From that, you understand what is a COVID pandemic. How the pandemic is different from a community spread, like another word there is. So how a communicable diseases, a community disease is different from a pandemic. So that is what's called the thinking. What and how a civil servant has to start. What is this subject and how? Why and how? Why and how? Why? You go deeper and deeper and deeper. Then you are preparing for the civil services. So civil services exam, there is, I place before you two words. Please note down, the teachers as well as the students. Is it a tough examination or is it a difficult examination? Is it a tough examination or is it a difficult examination? What is a difficult subject? The difficult subject is like mathematics, quadratic equations, the geometry, Euclid's theorem. These are the difficult subjects. They're difficult. Whereas, what is the tough exam? The tough exam is one where 1 million people, means 10 lakh aspirants are competing for this examination. The other day, the UPSC final results have come. 1,000 candidates were selected. 1,000 out of 6 lakh applicants. 600,000 applicants. Out of that, 5,99,000 were rejected. Only 1,000 selected. That is the toughness in this examination. It's not difficult exam. It is the tough exam because there is no syllabus for this. You have to start thinking from day one. We read a lot of information about common sensical. What is the bank interest rate? We know that what is a bank interest rate? Who imposes the bank interest rate? How the Reserve Bank of India controls the interest rates. That is thinking. Means the UPSC expects from us, the civil service aspirants, one thing. Have you brought into the commonsensical level? Whatever you know, it should be common. What is a commonsensical? Bringing it to commonsensical. In one of the interviews, the UPSC interviews, a girl candidate was asked by the board member, what is inflation? Dravyodbanamu. In Telugu, it is called Dravyodbanamu. What is inflation? She started explaining the rupee loses its purchase power. Oh, hold on. What is your mother? Sir, my mother is a housewife. Up to what class she studied? Sir, my mother is just class 6th passed, rural background. Good. Explain the inflation concept to your mother, who is uneducated, who has no English education, who has no knowledge about the economics. Can you explain to your mother, who is a rural housewife, has no knowledge about what is inflation. Please explain to her. Can you do that? That is called, whatever you know, bringing it to the commonsensical level. You will be a successful candidate if whatever you know, you bring it to your commonsensical level. You are on the right direction. The huge responsibility is on the teachers or faculty. Next, I come back to the parents. I request the parents, give freedom to your children to decide. Don't thrust through their mouth. You say that you be civil servant. I want to see my daughter or son as a civil servant. Please take up the examination. No. Let them decide. Once they decide to take this examination, you are a facilitator. You are a motivator. You facilitate by giving them a place to stay, a books, but don't force them to take the examination. This examination is not for graduation. This examination is for life. Thank you very much.
Lalita Kumari, madam, you propose vote of thanks, and then we will move to the madam, director, madam.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for guiding the students and students, parents and teachers of Sister Nivedita School, Hyderabad. Thank you very much, sir, for making us understand that civil services examination is not a difficult examination, but a tough examination. Thanks for giving the faculty the training that don't load the minds of the students with information, but start teaching them how to think. That is very, very important. We have also understood that the children should stop by hearting things, should learn things, should start thinking how to think. So thank you very much, sir, for taking time from your busy schedule and giving advice and guidance to all our students. It's a great inspiration to see that, to understand that it is, though you have come from a rural background, you could succeed it. You are true inspiration for all our students, sir. Thank you very much.
Any question, please, before I wind up? Any question from any student or parent, please, any teacher?
Dear students or teachers, please, you can post your questions in the chat box.
I just wish to make a concluding remark from your speech. So, have a dream. In life, nothing is impossible to achieve when you have enthusiasm, optimism, confidence, and commitment. Your journey is an amalgamation of all these and inspiration to all of us in whatever field we are in. You are true inspiration to many budding children, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you very much.